Hello everyone, this is a twofer. I also wanted to throw in Artie Ziff into the Throwback Thursday short for The Simpsons. So this guy right here, I really wanted to see for myself if there's something in there. Which, But anyways, so, Artie Ziff here, I remember the last time we saw him, he actually went to jail and he kept on squirting people's cigarette butts out. And I figured most likely he's either dead or very, very much in pain, which I don't know. But for right now, when you have this page right here, it actually says he's alive. So right now, I don't know. And, it already says that he was a former software billionaire, and he was also the owner of Ziff Corp. But of course, he's former, so yeah. Well, anyways, it says here that Artie Ziff was actually Marge's boyfriend from 3rd to 7th grade, and he attempted to get Marge to dump Homer for him, and he often attempts to kiss her. Yeah, of course, yep. Of course, you have like some of the things right here where it says he was a student in Springfield High School. He was a member of the school debate where Homer mooned him for rebuttal. Yeah, I saw that. At the end of the year, took Marge to the prom. He ruined a wonderful evening with his busy hands in the back of his car. He urges, resulting in a shoulder strap of Marge's dress being torn, followed by a slap in the face and a swift end to their date. Yep, he sure did. He tried to recreate it, of course, and I guess it was all good, but of course, Marge is very, very close to Homer, loves Homer, and would never leave him, but at least he actually, in the end, helped Homer's breathing problem, which he was snoring too much, and they gave him a snoralizer thingy to actually change his snoring into music, aka Sweet Dreams Are Made of These. But he actually sings lyrics instead of the actual people who sings them. Okay, anyways, let's see. Many years later, he was revealed to be a software billionaire. He became the 5th richest man in the country, and his wealth became a device to transform the modern day noise into easily listening music, which is why she actually took that proposal, of actually having a few nights with him or something. Anyways, he got a big collection full of Marge stuff. Yeah, he did. And it looks like it was a parody of Indecent Proposal. Yep. He tricked Marge into kissing him in a full reconstruction, which Homer witnessed. She slapped Archie and leaves. After a fruitful search for Homer and such and such, bring him home, and saying winning Marge's love was something that he could never accomplish, even with his billions. Oh yeah, and what the real proposal was is the fact that he was supposed to get like $1 million or so. But because Marge basically screwed Homer over like many times before, even though I don't have a right to say that, but technically, there's many times where Marge actually did kind of screw Homer over. Just like how Lois does so many times for freaking Peter. But anyways, at least they do have something that they got in the end, which was the snoralizer thing that turned, I'm just gonna deem it snoralizer, so he's able to actually sleep instead of hearing lots of snoring, even though chances are she threw that in the closet as soon as he said, "I am watching you from a camera," which was like, ooh, it figures eventually she actually just threw it in there and just took his snoring. Well, anyway, sometime later, the Simpsons discovered that Archie was living in their attic. Yeah, this is the last episode we see him in, besides the Treehouse of Horror. It was revealed that he ran his company into ground, spending investor money on extravagant gifts, such as a solid gold underwear, which he left them penniless when the .com bubble burst and moved there to avoid capture. Homer won 98 of the company from Ziff in a poker, which basically took Homer into custody instead of Artie. But he turned himself in. One of the first acts, arriving in prison, extinguishing other prisoners' cigarettes, like I told you. Marge told the children to take their last look at Artie, as his actions dramatically lowered his chances of survival. He was last seen continually squirting people such and such, and what happened to Artie Ziff after that, whether or not, is unknown. Yes, that's what I thought. It appears he is alive, however, for in a season 22 episode, The Full Monty, Artie Ziff's name is on the back of the list of people who want 5 minutes of revenge for Mr. Burns. Okay, so that works. Yeah, I wanted to do a little detective work on this, so yeah, he's on the freaking list. So chances are, if he's on the revenge list with Mr. Burns, then chances are he is alive. So yay, he survived. But chances are, I bet he has spent some time in the ICU of the prison, because most likely he got beaten down. And I don't know if he would continue even after. Well, actually, look at Marge. He continues to come after Marge even when he got rejected. So chances are that means that he most likely continued squirting their cigarettes out, meaning more time in the ICU. So eventually, I guess he most likely stopped doing that and he survived. Well, anyways, one funny idea is just the fact that he did reappear in the Treehouse of Horror 23. Spoof of Back in the Future, of course, yeah. So because of stupid Bart and his showing the fact that Homer would choke their son, yeah, she basically rejected Homer's love and slid right in the hands of Artie Ziff, which basically made Bart Artie Ziff's son. And the changes is that now he has actual hair instead of the usual spiky hair. Yeah. And of course, she basically figured out that she should spend all her time with Homer, because there was lots and lots of Homers who united throughout the ages. And she basically divorced Artie, and yeah. Yep, exactly, Homer. Exactly. So, John Lewitz. Oh, yeah, I remember that guy. So, he actually played as... Whoa! His first name is my first name? Well, holy crap. Well, anyways. So, yeah, John Lewitz actually voiced him one time in the first appearance. But then, after that, he occasionally was voiced by freaking Dan Castellaneta. So, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of sad, the fact that he didn't reprise his role. No idea why. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's a flashback. 3, 4, flashback, flashback. So, he showed up at least 4 times out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he was in Simpsons. Yeah, he's in Simpsons Tap Out. I have him just now, and I still have to make people do stuff to get his Artie Ziff corp out from the dungeon. But anyways, yeah, so yeah, he's been mentioned in The Full Monty, and he has been in flashbacks for another Simpsons clip show and Take My Life Please. So there we go. So he is still alive, which is good, I suppose. So yeah, he's still alive. That's good, because I've just figured he most likely either got brutally murdered by all those bastards and they just beat the crap out of him because they want their cigarettes, or just the fact of what I just said, which means he spent lots and lots of time in the ICU, and because of that, he is most likely spending time in ICU. So for right now, Artie Ziff is alive. They can bring him back because the person who voiced him, even though if they go with the original voice or go with Dan's voice, he's still alive either way. Their voice actor is still alive, so that means he could make a comeback eventually, and he did technically with Treehouse of Horror. So will he return exactly? I don't know, but at least I can tell you one thing. This is the first time that I'm actually doing a character that actually isn't dead. Yet. Sadly, I'll improve yet. Happy Halloween, everybody.